Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Arena Endgame. We've got another Warlock here, and honestly, I really think Warlock has come up, since the Mean Streets of Gul'Dan expansion. I couldn't think of the name for a second there. It just, with the addition of potent new removal stuff like Blast Crystal Potion and Fellfire Potion and even Abyssal Enforcer, the just overall quality you can draft in the arena with Warlock now has gone way up, and I think that's probably why I've consistently been able to get 7 wins with Warlocks frequently. Hence the, most of my videos are Warlocks getting 7 wins. But, that's enough of that. Let's talk strengths and weaknesses of this deck. It's got a solid early game with decent 1-drops into 2-drops into 3-drops. Where it is weakest is in the mid game, from 4 to 5. As you can see here, we've got a weak kind of 4-drop, but it's a fun one. And a Battle Cry minion with terrible stats for turn 4. Which then goes into kind of weak 5-drop minions that are easily removed. But we catch up again with the late game, where we draw into our big demons, into Lord Jarraxus for endgame plays like saves or removal or minion generation to counter AoE, like for mage and stuff like that. So we usually manage to get through the mid game relatively unscathed, with the exception of one strike, as you can see right here. I think that was the only way I lost was because a paladin ramped so fast using the buff minions into the turns 4 and 5 where I'm weakest, that I ended up having no good way to come back, even with Abyssal Enforcer or Dread Infernal, my AoE removals. I just couldn't get rid of the minions. So, that was unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate though, Jaraxxus has been super unfortunate for most of the players. He's actually probably the most surprising value. I know, surprising in quotation marks, right? He has, not in the way that you have expected him to be useful. Instead of just being really annoying and summoning demons and getting value that way, I've honestly mainly just been using him to secure lethal. They'll have 3 health left and I'll use Jarraxxus' fist to smack the opponent's face and secure lethal. That's really what I've been using him for most of the time. If we're talking about pure board value though, I would say actually Kodolock and Novice Engineer have really been super surprisingly useful. Novice Engineer on the last couple games has actually been able to stay alive past turn 2 and even provide some trade value while introducing that Battle Cry to draw a card, which is giving me tempo. The cards that I've drawn into with Novice Engineer, for the most part, have been helpful and have allowed me to curve out much better, which has allowed me to get a stronger board. Kodolock has had 2 games where it has just basically single-handedly won me the game. I'm serious. In terms of pure board value, when someone is not able to get rid of Kodolock and you get 2 or 3 hero powers off to activate that Inspire ability, holy mother of God, there's nothing they can do because you're getting so much huge value. And I've had, I'd say, at least 2 games where no one has been able to get rid of the Kodolock. I drop it on turn 6, and then turn 7 and 8, I'm just tapping and playing a small minion from my strong 1s and 2 drops. It's hilarious. He has provided more value single-handedly on the board than a lot of my other minions. Alright, so we've gone over strengths, weaknesses, and surprise value cards. Now, let's continue our run. We've got 2 strikes to go, and we'll see if we can make it to 12. That's not good. I'm a little worried about a high-level priest dealing with this deck. What do they have? New cards, Dragonfire Potion, Potion of Madness. The Cabal Talent Priest is pretty common. I think I'm gonna have to keep the Wolf Rider. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep the Wolf Rider just in case we need to get rid of a big health minion. Now, you may be asking why keep 2 3s. The answer is pretty simple. I don't really know. How's that for an answer? No, we could have looked for some of our earlier game, but I think this is a solid enough tempo to curve out that I really don't see a huge reason to. This can do 5. If I put this out first, He's technically a 2-3 because of his Death Rattle. Combined with Wolf Rider means you can kill a 5 health minion. Stone Splinter Trog. There's no synergy to play with him afterwards, and if he gets Shadow Word Pain. I mean, if he gets Shadow Word Pain, I guess that's pretty slow. Alright, let's try that. Let's, I think we need the AoE more than we need the Stone Splinter Trog. Or, in case he gets bored. This is an AoE. No, man. Actually, no, that's fine. If we play this, he has to have a buff on turn 3. And if he buffs it, makes it a 5, it goes to 4. He goes 4-3, then I can Wolf Rider the next turn and clear whatever he's got. But then that leaves me in a weak position the turn after. Do we risk it? Do we like, the problem is that, especially with a high level priest, Cabal Talon Priest, which is the 3 mana 3/4 battle cry, give a friendly minion plus 3 health, could really screw us over. I'm trying to see. Do I make the trade? The problem is my 3s are really, really weak. You know what? I am gonna make the trade. That way I can at least balance out the board a little bit going into the next couple turns. Yes! Counterplay! Biatch! That's why we do that, okay? Because this is such a common card. Now what do? We have to decide whether or not we want Cabal Courier, Wolf Rider just to clear that for safety. I think we just play Cabal Courier. I think we need answers. Okay, Corruption could be useful if we're having difficulty dealing with that fellow. Manic Soulcaster is also useful. We could copy our Cabal Talon Priest or something cool like that, right? I have a feeling that Corruption's going to be more useful, though. I think this is the type of game where he's going to have a stronger board into the mid-game. And so we're going to need some hard removal to deal. There we go! So, let's see here. Do we tap? Do we play Shattered Sun Cleric? I really want to save this for like a 6 mana combo play, but I'm not sure how that'll work. If we corrupt it, I guess this is okay. I guess we save the corruption for that Talon Priest, right? At least this way he can't buff it. Okay, so no, we do this to prevent. We do that to prevent him from Talon Priesting it. And then we need to figure out where to go next with this. Do we tap? He's just gonna play the Talon Priest next turn. I think that's fine though. We're gonna tap. Slow tap, play it slow. That way, I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay. Well, we take the extra damage there, which kind of sucks. He's gonna Cabal Talon Priest that. 2 and 3. So he could Cabal Talon Priest that. Oh god, we're in such a bad spot already. But do we want to save our health? We want to save our health. Because if he hits us for 5 2 times before we get our Abyssal and Forcer out, we're going to be at 8 health. So we want him to play Cabal Talon Priest now. Okay, let's do that. We want him to trade so we don't take damage. Then we can Wolf Rider the next turn. So he will Cabal Talon Priest that, right? He'll be like, yeah, let's check out my sick plays, right? So now we're gonna kill the Cabal Talon Priest 2-4. Actually, we could just play this. Let's get that off the field right now. And that can actually set us up for some plays. Even if he like Shadow or Deaths that or entombs it or something like that. Sideshow Spell Eater may actually be needed to play early. We may not even get draw from it. But at the very least, we can then drop Abyssal Enforcer next turn, or we can do a trade Wolf Rider buff combo with these two. Sideshow Spell Eater is probably going to be played sooner rather than later. Just judging from the fact that he's out tempoing me so hard. So there's the death. That's okay. We're okay. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. So, we lose so much tempo here. Okay. So we just have to deal with this, basically. Get that out of our hand. And we'll see what he's got. We could have more hard removal. I'll probably have to Sideshow Spell Eater. Hopefully he used all of his hard removal so he can start making trades. 4. Velen's Chosen. Look at those cars. Beautiful. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Attack my face? Yes. Alright. That's not good. That's actually bad. Hold on. We can silence this, make it a 5-4. Wolf Rider trade. Alright. We need to play the heal guy though to save ourselves. Oh no, wait. I don't have the mana. Damn it, I'm 1 mana off. Oh. And that, my friends, is why you take the full minute and 30 seconds to plan out your play. Because that just lost me the game. I have to do this. I don't have enough. See, I was going to play the Gadgets and Socialite and the Wolf Rider. Clear, clear. And then I'd be left with one guy at 1 health. I screwed up. Oops. Yes, I do want 80 gold, my friend, but not right now. Not until after the run. Thank you, my random hobo friend. But not now. Is it the same guy? No, it's not. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. We'll keep the Unstable Ghoul. I guess we'll keep the Gadgets. Do we keep the Blast Crystal Potion? Blast Crystal protects against Talent Priest, but then puts me behind. I think we drop the Blast Crystal Potion. It's really only useful against really powerful stuff. It kind of sucks, though, that we're up against a 2 very high-level priests, because I think this deck is just naturally countered by it, because they have cheap, hard removal, and while I do have minion generation, it's very, very late minion generation, right? I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. Or do I coin out something? If he's got a 2-3, there's no point in playing anything. If he's got a 3-2, there is a point in playing something. But at that point, you know, I don't think it matters. Because we have the Gadgets and Socialites so we can heal ourselves. There we go. Gotcha! Check it. Alright, we'll coin this. There's nothing you can do about that. Take that out. He screwed himself over. He can't play his Talent Priest. He'll have to play a potion or something else to deal with it. And we've got plenty of early game. Don't forget to tip the Tarn, mother trucker. Alright, so we clear this. Get rid of that because he's trying to screw us over. And now we need to make the decision about whether or not we want to do this. If he's got a Shadow Word Pain, 2-1. I think, do we sacrifice the monster? So it's either lose this guy or lose another guy. We're gonna heal this guy. I think no matter what play we make there, it's a bad play. And we play right into a buff anyways, at this point. Ocean of Madness, there it is. That's okay. We're getting rid of his removal early, and we've got really good, like, minions coming up. Now we really just have to hope he doesn't have, like, a Shadow Word Pain or something. So we can make that trade. Shrinkmeister would also kind of suck. I need to take more time to think out my plays. That's my problem, is I'm rushing right now. Interesting. I'm curious. If I drop this, what are the odds, do you think, that I'll be able to take care of that? Or do I just drop the Spiteful Smith? Spiteful Smith is strong against Holy Nova because he can't take out both this and that. It's weak against buffs. This is stronger against buffs because it protects this guy. What are we more likely to see at turn 6? Do we make this trade? I'm gonna take the risk play. There you go. Do I tap? Or do I buff? 3. Buff won't matter for that. 2. 1. Scarlet Crusader is kind of bad into this play. Okay, I'll tap. Come on, don't have an answer. Don't have a good answer. Silence the minion. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. We still got a 2-for-1 on that front. And we can play something spooky. Oh, that's pretty good. We don't want to play Coda Rider because he just gets traded out. We could play Scarlet Crusader, Spiteful Smith, Sideshow Spell Eater. 4. Abyssal Enforcer won't be good. We should probably flood board. Ooh! Whoa, hold on. I think Twisting Nether might be the answer here. Against the Control Priest, removing their entire giant board, I think is the most useful. Mind Games is kinda cool. Can't play it this turn though, and Koldara Drake isn't as useful with the Warlock hero ability. We'll go Twisting Nether. Alright. We'll flood the board, see what he has to say. Potion of Madness isn't very good here. Shadow Madness is kind of good here. What do you got? Shadow Word Pain! Ah! That's unfortunate. Let's see here. We have 7. I don't think... 2, 3, 6? We'll just play the Abyssal Enforcer. Get him out the window. We're losing health too, so we're going to play Sideshow Spell Eater again soon. But now we've got our Twisting Nether, which I think is important. Oh look! Another cheap, easy removal that allows him to do crazy stuff. So we're going to Twisting Nether here, we have to. Otherwise, we lose. So, boom! There we go. Nothing we can do there. And now we need to, pray that we draw our Blast Crystal Potion or some other form of hard removal because we just lose. So he's 6. Goes to 9. So we do 6. We're gonna get rid of our tap. 7. 6, 8. So it'll be 8. 9, 10, 11. What could he have to rush? He has AoE. What does that mean? 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we heal now. No, we don't heal now. We're gonna go like this. We're risking it. We're risking it. He's got the 6, 8. And we need the power on the board, I think. Potion of Madness. 6. Look at that. We lose. If he figures it out. Six, 9, 10, 11. We'll let him win this one. Oh, he missed it. We still lose though, because he's playing control. That was a mistake. Well, at least he gets to see Jarraxus, right? So he has 8, 9, 10, 11. What do we have? Nothing. We lose. You know what? We'll play Jarraxus for him. Our one counter, our good counter. Like, we have so much good counter against AoE, but we're really bad against single target removal. Like, cheap single target removal. Ah! That's so awful. What are we supposed to do? He Potion of Madness. And, like, that was it. That's all he needed, like, to start off. Shadow Word Pain was huge. Shadow Word Death was pretty good. Blast Crystal Potion. Just for trolling. I wish there was like a teachable moment there, but the teachable moment was have stronger early game, basically. Have better cards, like better tempo cards. There was a lot of value in this deck, but not enough to deal with really high value control priests, which sucks. Oh well. We'll see what we got. No chance from the beginning. No chance. Hey, it happens. And that's like a lot of what happens during the 7-win mark. You either snowball or you don't. Eagle Horn Bow, 155 gold, and a Mean Streets pack. Oh, well done, Gul'Dan and Jarraxus. We didn't get to see any of that fun. But, hey, what are you gonna do? At least we made it to 7, and I hopefully explained some of the plays that I made that made sense in your eyes or your ears, whatever you use to learn. I'm so frustrated. But, once again, what are you gonna do? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all for the next episode of Arena Endgame. Peace out.